Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I got something so delicious and I'm so excited. I got some king crabs and cheesy Alfredo and some shrimp. So let's get to digging. Ever since I saw Sauce Queen, I've gotten a couple requests. Plus I've wanted to do it myself. She has the right idea, so this is awesome. I'm gonna try shrimp first. Mai, did you want to try a crab leg? Oh, stay over there.
You haven't tilted.
Where's my scissors? Are you sure you want to try? Just plain, right? You don't want sauce.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second.
Why is your mic?
It's there. Maya, I'm recording. Hang on. You're not going to eat the whole thing, are you?
No. I'm gonna try a little bit.
Okay, let me know what you think. No? You're not my kid. Get out of here. Mmm. 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 There's like 5 different cheeses in this sauce. So I haven't posted in a couple days. I thought I'd take the weekend off. I had so much stuff to do. But now we're back and in for business. So today I wanted to talk about crappy relationships. Or I will talk about maybe in one in particular that, I was in. I'm sure we've all had them. So when I was younger, like in high school, I had a high school sweetheart. We had dated all through high school. And but I was too young when I started dating him. And just grew up and grew apart. He was a good guy. Nothing was wrong with him. And just different, like these are so good. I'm just a little bit upset because they're not that big. Yeah, Costco, it's hit and miss sometimes with the giant ones. And these are okay size, but I've had bigger. That's what she said. You don't even need any sauce with these. They're so good. So yeah, we broke up, and I had took a break from like dating because in high school I was, like I said, with somebody the whole entire time. And yeah, but like when you're in a relationship and you get used to like having people, like a person there, and I don't know, and then all my friends were like dating and in relationships, so that sucked. So it was a little while before I started like seeing anybody. I got this job at a cafe. I was a barista. And me and my girlfriend, we got a job there. And she really liked the manager. And I mean, it was great and all, but you know, they were back and forth for months. They weren't really dating, but flirting and, you know, and whatever. His friend, because I think he was the owner's son, this manager. And so, like, when the grand opening happening, like, his friends would come and hang out. And there's this really cute guy. We'll call him Jackie, short for jackass. That's my name for everybody who is a jackass, Jackie. So, he was cute. I would tell my manager, I'm like, yeah, your friend's so, like, he's hot. And he passed along that information. So my girlfriend at the time, I guess they had ended up starting to date. And so once this guy found out that I was kind of into him, he started coming around the store more. This is so long ago, I can barely remember. Yeah, so he started coming around the store more. And I think him and his friend, like the manager or whatever, I think they lived together. I don't know what happened. Anyway, there was like I think they had invited us, me and my girlfriend, to their house for like pizza and a movie or something like that. And so I gave this guy, Jackie, my number. And he had the store's number as well. So yeah, we hung out the one time. I think, you know, things got hot. And yeah, I really liked him. Like, I was totally into him. He was so cool. You know, he was living on his own, which at his age was not completely common, but his parents were well off, as well as my girlfriend's now boyfriend. He was the manager. So they lived on their own, had their own cars, like, had careers, like, were doing something where they're like, and mind you, I was still in high school, so like for me that was like epic. Just like they knew what they wanted in their life. See, I feel like sometimes, I could be wrong, not all girls are like this, but girls, when they start dating, maybe it's just me, I don't know. Like, when they start dating, it's more of a long-term thing. Like, they're hoping that, maybe not necessarily, oh my God, he's the one, but, you know, they're hoping that this could work out in some way. Whereas sometimes guys aren't looking for the same thing. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, yeah, anyway, so we would hang out and stuff. He'd be like, you know, call me, you know, like, I get off of work at this time, give me a call, we'll chat while I'm like driving home or whatever. So I was always the one to call him. And at that time, there were cell phones, but yeah, maybe he had a cell phone. I didn't, because it was like not really a thing. Like, it wasn't like everybody in school had cell phones at that time. We did have pagers because we were like so important. So yeah, I would be always one to call him. And he never would invite me out anywhere. Once in a while, it would be like a Friday or Saturday night. It would be like, you know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'd get like a message from him. Want to hook up or want to meet up? And I'd be like, oh yeah, you know. So you can tell where that went. All right. But I fell for him. Like, this was going on for months and months and months. And I remember my girlfriend, she was like, I have to go to the mall. I have like this thing to go to with her boyfriend, and Jackie was going to be there and all of their friends. And I'm like, how come I wasn't invited? I didn't ask her, but I was kind of like, So I'm like, okay, well, let me know how it goes and whatever. And so the next day, I'm like, how was the party or whatever the hell you went to? She was like, oh, it was good, but I have to tell you something. I'm like, what? She's like, Jackie has a fiance. I'm like, what? Like, we talk every day. Like, okay, I get it. We don't go out all the time, but usually we hang out at his place. We would, like I said, sometimes we would talk on the phone for a couple hours, just chatting, whatever. I'm like, how the hell does he have a fiance? And she's like, yep. And guess what her name is? It was the same name as my name. I'm like, how convenient. Lucky us. So I'm like, what do I do? Because, like, I really liked him. And I thought, like, he liked me. So I'm like, okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to confront him and say, like, what's the deal, yo? And that's what I did. I think I sent him a message. I'm like, oh, you know, the classic, we need to talk. He's like, yeah, come by, you know, I'm free now or whatever. And he's like, you know, I got there or whatever. And I'm like, are you engaged? Like, what the hell? He said, yeah, but I'm not happy and I'm thinking of calling it off. Like, I'm, you know, whatever. And I'm probably going to be telling her soon and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, because that's weird. Like, to me, if you even had like, not a mention, like, we weren't dating. So if he would have said, like, you know, I'm seeing somebody. But the thing is, it was like we were doing things that friends weren't, like, you know what I mean? More than the friends were doing. So I was like, what the fudge? So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I don't want to be a side chick. Like, so yeah, you better like figure that out. Cause like, I'm not gonna, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Like, that's not fair to her. That's not fair to me. And to be honest, if you're gonna stay with her, just tell me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be hurt. Just don't lie to don't lie to her. Don't lie to me. It's like, no. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, okay. So this is the stupid thing, is because so it was my best friend was dating Jackie's best friend. Anyway, I guess one of their other friends were getting married, so they were going to like Cuba or like someplace like that as the guys, right? For like maybe a bachelor party, I don't even know. So like the week before, he was getting ready to go, and we were talking all the time. He was saying like, oh, I'm gonna miss you. Like, what do you want back from there? I'm like, there's nothing in Cuba. Like, what the hell do I want? And I'm like, no, just have a good time. He's like, okay, and when we get back, we'll like talk more about this. This is a good time for me to go and clear my head and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, okay, this sounds promising. And the thing is that I really had feelings for him. But it was always me making the effort. He never had to call. He never had to go out of his way. Like, mind you, he was older than me. I was in high school. He was already well past his teenage years. I had his own car. Like, maybe I could drive, but I didn't have my own car. I went to school, and then after school I had a job or two. So it was always me like rearranging my schedule and to go see him when it was convenient for him. You know what I mean? So that's fine. And I was like so excited. I'm like, when he comes back, at least we can figure this out where this is gonna go. So he gets back, and I'm thinking like not like as soon as the plane hits the ground, I'm gonna hear from him. No, I'm like thinking, okay, like maybe the next day I'll hear from him. He'll invite me over. We'll have see how his. No, I didn't hear from him, and I'm like, for like a while. See, I'm stubborn too. Like, I'm the type where if everything's going well, like, yeah, I'll call, I'll, go out of my way to do those things. But if things aren't going well, I'm very stubborn. Even though, like, sometimes you have that urge, like, you just want to pick up the phone or, like, text or whatever. I'm not like that. Like, yeah, I'll have that urge, but I'm so stubborn where I'm like, I'm not going to be the one. That's not going to be me. So, like, a few days had gone by, and I'm like, and my manager knew. Obviously he knew, like, I was crushing on him so bad. I'm like, what the hell happened to Jackie? Like, he hasn't called me, anything like that. I don't know, he's been busy, just got back from vacation, but all these excuses. I'm like, I didn't ask him to, like, go build me a house. I just asked him for, hey, how are you? Like, I'm back. I'm alive. Okay, whatever. And I don't know what happened. My girlfriend ended up, maybe they all went out again, like, after they got back. I don't know what happened. And both of them, my manager, her, they were all acting funny around me. And I'm like, guys, what the hell is going on? Well, apparently while he was in Cuba, he hooked up lots. They didn't want to tell me. They didn't want to hurt me. But I'm like, yeah, I was kind of pissed. But I'm like, okay, he's already engaged. Like, it's not like he's screwing around on me. Okay, if he was breaking up with her, then that's his, like, whatever, that's his thing. But he had to do it, right? Like, he had to break up with her. And I'm like, okay, he's not really cheating on me, but I was hurt. I'm not going to lie, I was hurt. So finally, he comes in to the cafe. And he was so awkward. Like it was like, I don't know, he was just so awkward. So I'm like, I'm going to pretend like nothing happened. I'll be like, hey, how was your trip? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, good, whatever. And he doesn't know that I know. But anyway, he's like, like this weekend, maybe we can hook up or whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I think we got together at some point. And I told him, I'm like, look, here's the thing. And at this time, I didn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. So you know, because I liked him a lot, I just was always hoping that something would come. But I'm like, you know, after the week he was gone, and after when he came back and he wasn't contacting me and stuff, and then like after that weird awkward encounter we did chat, I'm like, you know what, as much as I like him, as much as whatever, I want something to come of this, I can't chase him. Like, I can't be, I look like a fool. And yeah, like if he really wanted something of me, like he wouldn't be treating me this way, you know what I mean? And then treating her like this. And I'm like, I don't want her fucking problem, you know? So I think before that night we were supposed to hook up, like I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. This is so long ago. I think I had like stopped by and I'm like, you know what? You gotta decide what you want, because yeah, I'm not gonna be the one. And you know, why do you gotta be the god? Like, oh, I get to make the decisions. I'm the one, you know, I don't know, doing all these, having my cake and eating it too. Like, what the hell is that? So he's like, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. You know, I just want you to say, like, look, listen, Lottie, I want you to be my side chick. Or, Lottie, I'm not breaking up with my girlfriend or my fiance. Lottie, you know, just be honest. Like, he's like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm like, okay. I said, okay. I said, that's fine. It was so hard, though, because I said, I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to make the effort anymore, because he's saying this now, but Friday night when he's bored, or like Saturday night when he's bored, he's going to be finding a way to get a hold of me so I can come by. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to answer his calls. I'm not going to answer his messages. If he comes into the store, I'm going to be like, hey, sup? And you want to go hook up? No, I have plans. I'm busy. I think the first few days go by, me not messaging him or calling him, it's like he didn't even notice. And you know what? I feel like sometimes, you know what the scariest part is? If you're in a relationship, or it doesn't matter if it's a marriage, if it's a friendship, or if it's a side chick or a fling or like anything like that, and sometimes you know you have to let that person go. I think a lot of people have the fear that if I do walk away from this, if that person won't care, even if I'm gone. And I think a lot of people are scared to find that answer. And I feel like I was scared that if I said no, that if I walked out of his life, I would feel like I didn't even matter. He didn't even care anyway. And that's what hurts the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So I said, okay, it was so hard. Like, it was so hard for me to not call, not text, but I told you I'm stubborn like that. When I put my mind to something, yeah. So, like I said, he didn't text or call. Obviously, he never did anyway. Like, you know how he would actually communicate with me? So at the time, I told you, we had pagers. So I would call him, and then if the call was missed or whatever, then he would either call me back, or would he call me back? I feel like he barely even did that. Or he would know when I was working, and he would call the store and asked to speak to my manager. And he knew I would answer the phone. He'd be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? You know, is Anthony around?" "Yeah." "Oh, like that's how he was. So I'm like, I'm not gonna answer the phone at work anymore. I'm not gonna do, I think a week, maybe 2 weeks went by. Like I said, it was so hard. I wanted to call him all the time, and I'd be like, you know what? Screw it. Like, who cares? Any time with him would be good enough. I was like at that point where I'm like, who cares? Like, we were having fun. I don't know. But I'm like, no. Like, I'm better than that. So I just stuck with it. A while went by. I think he had come into the store, and I was like very polite with him, but not engaging in a conversation. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And yeah, some time had passed, and I get a message from him. So I missed the call. On a pager, the number comes up. So I contemplated whether I should call or not. I'm like, I don't want to open this trap again, because it gotten to the point where it was like tolerable now. I was living my life, and just, I was thinking about him, but it was tolerable now. It wasn't like, so I'm like, do I open up this can of worms again? Of course I have to. I'm like, yeah, let's see what the hell he wants. So I called him back, and I was shook because like he reached out to me, and I'm like, maybe somebody's dying. Like, I don't know. Oops. So he's like, hey, what's going on? Like, I haven't talked to you, I miss you. Like, and that's the other thing. Like, it wasn't that he wouldn't say things like, I miss you. He'd be like, oh, you're cute, or like, I'm not the smartest woman now, but like, at least I've learned since then, because these were like warning signs, I'm telling you. So yeah, he'd be like, hey, gorgeous, what are you doing this week? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what, I don't have anything in stone yet. I'm just trying to get through this week. He's like, you know what I want to do? I'm like, what? He's like, I want to wine you and dine you. Let's go have some dinner. Let's go dancing. I really want to take you out. And I was like, in my stomach, I was like so excited, because this is what I wanted. We never had even gone for coffee or anything. Like, we would always just hang at his house, right? I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm trying to play it cool, but I'm really like dying. Like, I'm just like over the moon. And yeah, he's like, I've missed you so much, and I want to catch up. And yeah, like, he's like, I want you to dress up and blah, 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 blah. So I get off the phone, and I'm like, the anxiety's starting to sit in, right? I'm like, I've been doing so freaking good. Why did I have to call back? And I just thought about it. And I'm like, okay. I'm playing hard again now. Now he's chasing me. This is what it is. Because as soon as he takes me for that whining and dining, I'm going to become all like, oh, Jackie, and all over him again. And then that's not how relationships work. Okay, it's not a struggle for power all the time. It's not about the chase. It's not about, like, it's just wanting to be with each other. That was only one-sided. He only wanted me when he couldn't have me, or when it was convenient for him. So I said, I think I had left him a message. I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't even say I was busy. I'm like, I'm not down. Like, I don't want to go out with you on the weekend. I'm sorry. Like, you know, mm-mm. And then I stopped answering his phone calls. He kept calling and calling and I'm pretty sure I just stopped caring. And then at some point, I realized that I wasn't in love with him. Like, I don't know what made me like him so bad. But when I look back, like, not even like now looking back then, like months after that happened, I'm like, he was such an asshole. Like, the things he would do was such an asshole thing to do. Like, you know, like things he would say, you know, just things he would do. He was a total jerk. And I'm like, why would I like that? Like, what the hell was wrong with me? You know? And I think he did end up marrying that chick. Poor lady. But I wasn't going to be the side chick. No, like, I don't fly that way. Girls. Even men. Whoop. You're better than that. Don't ever settle. Like, you know what? I'm at a point where I would rather be alone than in a relationship miserable or dishonest or abusive relationship. Like, no. You need to be happy alone. Like, I could totally be alone and be happy. That's the biggest struggle I feel for a lot of people. You don't need somebody to make you happy. And because if you're in that place, you're not going to make stupid decisions like dating an asshole. You know? Yeah. After that, he was like calling me, sending me messages all the time. And I just completely ignored him. Eventually, he stopped. And I'm like, that was your choice. I gave you two times an option to tell me what you wanted. Your answer was, I don't know what you want me to say. So I made the decision. Some people. Anyway. But I'm okay. I moved on. It was a good learning experience. This is going to be my last one. I actually ate a lot. They're not that big, but maybe one more. I don't know. I hope that story made sense because it's been a long time since it happened. Like, I have so many stories like that. I should tell you the time I dated a drug dealer and didn't know it. Well, kind of guessed it, but maybe that will be on the next one. You guys, I keep forgetting to ask you in the beginning because a lot of people don't watch till the end. But I really would like for you to thumbs up and subscribe the video. It lets me know that you guys are interested and, you know, you want more of this. So that would be greatly appreciated. I don't know. Comment down below if you had any similar relationship experience like that. I feel like it happens way too often. People messing around and stuff. You know, I'm not saying everybody's like that. There is some good people out there. But you know what? Sometimes even the good ones that seem good and not are not. Oh my God. That was so good. I think what I'm going to do with these and this is make some Alfredo pasta and put some lobster or like some lobster mac and cheese. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God, look at the knuckle. Oh my God. Anyway, comment down below, like I said, if you've had any Jackie stories or any stories you want to hear in my next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Help a sister out. It's Christmas time. Honestly, this meat is so good by itself. It really is. Oh my gosh. If you guys like this video, I do a seafood. There's a fettuccine Alfredo with seafood. Oh my God, go check that video out. Anyway, guys, I'm done. I love you, I miss you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.